Hello everybody, and I want to welcome everyone to this episode of the Booze Geek. My name is Chuck, I am your host, and before I get started, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, and if you like the episode, hit that like button too. Give us a big thumbs up, and I'm going to thank y'all in advance. But, well, this is the first episode of the fall harvest season. The season's just changed a few days ago, and with that, well, we are also smack dab in the middle of Oktoberfest, baby. PROST! The Oktoberfest has begun. So, and really quickly, if any of my viewers would like to learn a little bit more about Oktoberfest, please check out my blog, which is www.pubshaveapinted.blogspot.com, and you can just read about, the origin of Oktoberfest and some of the traditions and all that fun stuff. But on with the beer, because we had a lot to do. But, so it's Oktoberfest, so I figure, let's do an Oktoberfest beer on this episode. So what's on tap? Well, we are tasting and reviewing an Oktoberfest from the nation's oldest brewery. Yuengling, baby. This is the Yuengling limited release once a year Oktoberfest, and Yuengling is located in Pottsville, Pennsylvania. So, I mean, it's Yuengling. What can I say? Really quick, I gotta get the stats out of the way too. So, Oktoberfest style Marzen, obviously. This beer clocks in at 5.3% ABV, and it's got an IBU really, really low of 14, and it's made with two different types of hops. Those hops are Tettnang and Hallertau. So, all that, there's all the stats. We're done. Back to the Yuengling, baby. So, I'm really excited to try this. I've never had it, and you can't buy this beer where I live. So without further ado, it's Oktoberfest, Prost. Let's pop the top on this one, and boom, boom, let's get the party started. Here we go. And it's Oktoberfest. Oh yeah, we got the boot. We're doing this the right way with the boot. That should do it for the boot. And let's give... well, we got a nice color on the boot, first and foremost. That is a nice brown copper. I mean, the perfect color for that copper Marzen. But let's see if we can give this a swirl, and let's see how much of a nose we can get out of the boot. I may actually have to, let me pour a little bit more in there. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. You never know. It's a big boot. Now, I'm not going to chug it out of the boot, but we're just going to sip out of the boot. But let's give this a nose, and let's see what we going. This is we got aromas we got going here. Here we go. Let's nose this baby. Oh, well, first and foremost, right off the bat, we got some sweet roasted malt. I mean, it's coming in pretty big. We also have some slight caramel. A little bit of a toffee-esque aroma, and if I'm not mistaken, some slight, just slight smoke. But it's those sweet malted notes are coming out first and foremost, and they're coming out really nice. So one more, whatever I can do to swirl this, I'll call it a swirl, but one more swirl, and let's give the Yuengling a sippity sip. Here we go, from the boot. Prost to Oktoberfest. Yay, 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 yay. Yay, 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 yay. Here we go. Prost. Well, that's a very, very, very light-bodied Oktoberfest, Marzen. Very light-bodied. It's also nice and refreshing, too. I'll take one more sip, I think. So, well, what are we getting on the palate? Well, the first and foremost, we are getting a little bit of that, that sweet malted caramel nose, but it's not coming through as much as I was hoping for. I mean, those malts are coming through on the nose really well. It's very, very toned down on the palate, though. But let me give this another sip here. I mean, this is really light. Well, like I said, we're getting those malt overtones, rounding everything out. A little bit of that sweetness, that sweet caramel is coming through. Not so much of the toffee notes on this one. It's more of that sweet caramel. There's a slight hint of butterscotch. And then on the back end, well, I'll take one more sip first. It's Oktoberfest. We can do this, right? But on the back end, we are getting an ever so slight hint of that smoke coming through. I mean, it's really, really light. It's very present, and it's the low man on the totem pole. But overall, I mean, this is a pretty good Oktoberfest. I wish it had a little bit more body to it. It is, you know, just maybe a medium-bodied mouthfeel, because it is very light. And while I do think the noses on the Aroma were very nice, kind of falls flat on the palate though. But with that being said, what would I give this on the pint-o-meter? Because I do like this. So in this category, I'm going to give this one, I'll give this one a 7. Just a across the board 7. Ooh, excuse me, I think I burped a little bit. I'll give this one a 7 because, like I said, I wish it was a little bit fuller bodied. It's got some nice aromas off the nose. The palate just falls a little bit flat. I wish some of that smoke was coming up just a hair, and even the sweet, the caramel notes could be coming up. But, you know, I do like it. Like I said, I've never had it before, and you can't buy this where I live, so I'm very excited I got to try it this year. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap up this episode, and if you can get the Yuengling, once again, the oldest brewery in the nation, if you can get the Yuengling, go out and go buy some. But with that, I want to thank everyone for tuning in to this Oktoberfest episode. And as always, you can follow me at the websites, which are www.pubshaveapintin.com, or the blog, which is www.pubshaveapintin.blogspot.com, which, by the way, go check out for some notes on Oktoberfest. And with that, we will see y'all in the next episode. So let's raise that boot, baby. Raise that boot. Yay, 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 yay. Cheers, Prost, and enjoy.